Hey boys, so there wasn't a lot going on this week that I could really talk about on the channel, so I asked you guys if you guys had any topics or ideas that I could talk about, and then Gamerman562 told me to check out some of the more recent Crap Gamer videos, and boy, are they fucking awful. They're terrible. The one we're going to be talking about specifically today is a video in which Crap Gamer talks about about how he is a real Xbox fan and everybody who criticizes him is a fake fan. So thank you Gamerman for the topic, I really appreciate it. And it's actually a really good topic to talk about, so thank you Gamerman. Also, quickly before we start the video, most of you guys who watch these videos aren't subscribed, so please subscribe. We're almost at 3,000 subscribers. I thank you very much for that, by the way. Like, I really appreciate the amount of subscribers I've been getting, especially recently, because I've been blowing up. But yeah, with that being said, let's get into the video.
Did you know I'm not allowed to play Xbox? Well, at least that's according to a lot of the hyperbolic statements made by the fakest Xbox fans I know on social media. It's such a funny thing too, because people act like because I'm hard on Xbox that I absolutely loathe Xbox or that I don't play Xbox.
Nah, the reason you're hard on Xbox and became a PlayStation fanboy is because you were complaining on Twitter that some of the Xbox exclusives were going to PC, and then Daddy Phil had to personally come along, pull out his giant cock and fuck you in the ass in front of all of your friends. So then you became a PlayStation fanboy and started talking shit about everything Microsoft does because you're salty.
I make it no secret that I love Xbox, and we're going to get into something right now that I feel like I need to say and get this off my chest and kind of put out there where I'm coming from. Hopefully you guys want to stick around and hear this video because I promise you won't be disappointed. Hey there everyone, I'm the Crap Gamer, and this of course...
yes, of course, ladies and gentlemen, I forgot about the infamous second intro. Very important to a video.
This Crap Gamer Reviews, your home for gaming news, opinions, reviews, and much more. You'll probably notice some of the cool changes around here, and hopefully that doesn't stop you from giving us a like, and possibly consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. Thank you so much for choosing to spend some of your free time with me and this silly YouTube channel.
Why is this included in the video? It just sounds so weird. It literally just sounds like you're reading an ad, to be honest. But yeah, no, he's right. Please like and sub.
Now, obviously, people think that I hate Xbox. I do a lot of videos and, you know, the titles are funny or whatever. And it's like, yeah, Sony owns Xbox or whatever.
I like how he says that some of his titles are kind of funny. That's not exactly what's going on. You literally upload multiple videos a day where the title is like, oh, Microsoft sucks, or Microsoft is shocked at how good Sony is, or whatever the fuck. Also, I just want to point out how funny the avatar is. Like, he literally made himself look like a neckbeard in a fedora. That's the most ironic shit I've ever seen, and it's fucking funny.
But at the end of the day, I have to be honest. I play where the games are. I play what I want, and I want people to understand that. Now, my disappointment with Xbox has to do with the lack of AAA games.
I never got this. If you're talking about AAA games in general, they get the same third-party games as Sony does, and if you're talking about exclusives, Microsoft has more upcoming exclusives at the moment than Sony does, so...
And some of the various lies that we'd heard throughout, you know, the previous few years, and the just low quality games that we've gotten. And I can give a few quick examples. I don't want to get too much into it because I know probably a lot of people don't want to hear it, and I want to get into this video.
Okay, well, you want to know why I think you're not going to talk about it? I think you're not going to talk about it because you don't have a lot of examples. Because you're talking shit. Because you know that you're wrong.
About what it's more about. But basically, you know, 790 days between true first-party AAA exclusives for Xbox. Gears of War 5, September 6th, 2019. Forza Horizon 5, I guess it technically releases tomorrow, so on the 9th, and that's something that, you know, is a long time. It realistically breaks down to over 790 days.
Yeah man, that's cool, it's also bullshit. I shall now read you a list of games that have released between Gears 5 and Forza Horizon 5. Gears Tactics, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, Microsoft Flight Simulator, Psychonauts 2, Age of Empires 4, and Grounded. That is quite a lot of games, and granted, Psychonauts 2 did also release for PlayStation 4, but besides that, there's still quite a few games that were released by Xbox Game Studios between Gears 5 and Forza Horizon 5. And in between that time they also re-released a lot of games. Now, Crapgamer, please tell me exactly in great detail how none of these games count, because I already know that Flight Simulator for some reason doesn't count because it's a simulator game. Please explain to me why Grounded doesn't count, and why Ori doesn't count. Please explain.
And that's a very long time considering, that we got an Xbox One X, and basically, a year and a half into it, they stopped making games for it and for Xbox in general. So yeah, I took that hard, and I've been very hard on them due to, the various promises over great E3s, promises of VR and things like that.
I don't think I've ever heard Xbox talk about VR. I'm actually pretty certain I've heard them talk about how they're not going to do VR. Also, clearly they have been making games since they've released some of them, and a lot of them are scheduled to release next year. And I highly doubt they just bought all these fucking studios just to cancel all their games last minute for shits and giggles, I guess. Like, what do you think is going to happen? Do you genuinely believe that all these studios aren't making games, or that for some reason the games that they have announced they are making aren't going to come out? Are you that fucking stupid?
But at the end of the day, a lot of people think that I'm like, I hate Xbox and I'd never play Xbox. No, that's not me at all. I play Xbox. I post my screenshots from Xbox and PlayStation on Twitter very often. And people still find it, I don't know, amusing to take a screenshot of me. Like, I literally have over 4,000 followers, people that follow me on Xbox Live. And, some of these people will take a screenshot. Look, Crapgamer's playing Forza Horizon 5.
Yeah, because it's really funny to watch you shit on Xbox every single day, literally make multiple videos about how much Xbox sucks every single day, and then you still go and play their games. Because you know you like them, and you know they're really good. Even though you don't say it, you don't have to say it. We all know that you're mainly still an Xbox fanboy. You just switched sides to PlayStation because you got fucking called out by the CEO of Xbox.
Yeah, I'm playing Forza Horizon 5. Like I said I would. I literally made tweets about this, said it in podcasts, said it in videos, that, it's one of my favorite franchises. And people mistook my whole looks like a graphical downgrade situation with it being a bad game, even though I stated it numerous times. I think it is still going to be a great game, and it is.
It is also not graphically downgraded. It actually looks better than every single PlayStation 5 exclusive. And for some reason, you just can't wrap your head around that. I mean, to be honest, it must be so fucking sad for you that you switched side to PlayStation, and the second you did that, Xbox actually started making good games.
I did a review for it. I think that it is a fantastic game. The problem is people don't understand this, so I'm going to try and make it clear. And I think I know what the problem is. So the main problem is I game more on Xbox than a lot of these so-called Xbox fanboys do.
Crapgamer, you are aware that most people who make fun of you and criticize you aren't Xbox fanboys or Xbox gamers, right? I'd say that most of them probably play on PC. So yeah, of course you'd play more Xbox than people who mainly play on PC.
Right? Like, I'm not trying to brag on gamerscore. There's a lot of people that have a lot more gamerscore than me, but I feel like having 176,000 and change gamerscore is quite a good feat.
Yeah man, I don't want to brag about my gamerscore, but I am gonna brag about it and use it as an argument for some reason, because the amount of gamerscore you have definitely proves a lot about, I don't know, about nothing really. I guess it only really says something about the amount of bitches you get which, judging by the number of your gamer score, is 0.
You know, obviously, you know, there's a lot of people out there that game. I know a lot of people that game all the time, but they game in multiplayer games or the same games, and so they don't have a lot of gamer score. I happen to play a lot of games and buy a lot of games. It's just, I don't just talk out of my behind. I support the developers. I buy games. I have currently installed on my Xbox Series X 943 games. Now, this was well over 1,000 games, but what I did was I had to actually uninstall at least, I think.
Hey man, let me just quickly interrupt you to tell you that nobody gives a fuck. Why are you telling us this? What does that have to do with anything? You're trying to prove to us that you play on Xbox? I am aware that you play on Xbox, my dude. I mean, you used to be an Xbox fanboy, old habits die hard. Anyway boys, Crapgamer rambles on like this for another 5 minutes talking about all the games he's played on Xbox and why he's definitely a gamer. But yeah, I don't really care. So this is the end of the video. Please, if you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.